From time to time, it becomes necessary to merge records in FlashPoint. I always say that duplicate records are something that you cannot conquer, but something rather that you manage within the system. When duplicate records occur, FlashPoint has a very straightforward and simple process in order to merge those records into a single record. Typically, when merging records, it will be discovered duplicates when you are searching records. I'm going to type in the last name of an individual here, and we notice that we find two occurrences of the same record. If there's some degree of uncertainty as to whether or not they're actually the same record, a good practice is to spawn each one of these records into the profile view by control-clicking each one and opening them up to view the records. You'll notice here that the birth date is 1/5/1992, and that for this other individual, the birth date is also 1/5/1992, even though it lacks additional information like the social or some of the documentation that we see in the previous record. We can still make a logical conclusion or deduction that these are in fact the same records and they need to be merged. One little bit of caution is that you do not want to merge records that are truly not the same records, and so be certain of the fact that they are the same records prior to running this merge process I'm about to show you. From the search results screen, to merge the two records, choose the record that's documented the best first. In other words, click on the selector icon here first, not this one. This one is documented better and has more of the information. I'll explain why here in just a minute. Then choose the other record, and in the Actions drop-down, select Merge Selected here. Once you do that, you'll notice that the first person that you selected is actually here in the first column, and it documents most of that information. And then the second person is over here, and finally the final merge result ends up in the middle. You'll notice the reason now, or you may notice the reason now, why I encouraged you to choose the most documented record first. That information is actually passed into the merge result here. If for some reason there's information on this side that you want to actually pass into the middle, simply click into that record. For example, if I didn't want the Social Security number passed in, I could click here in this blank space and the merge result would have no social. In this case, that's not an obvious or good choice, so I'm going to go ahead and select that value in the first person record in order to pass it into the merge result. You can continue evaluating the values going down screen, and note that all related records associated to both records are actually passed into the final result. When you're ready, simply click Merge. Now this process is asynchronous, which simply means that the system will return you back to the primary record and show you a display or notification that there's a merge in process. So by asynchronous, it simply means that it's happening in the background. There's a lot of information that has to be realigned in the background for this sync to complete. Depending on the volume of information in both records, it could take anywhere from a couple of seconds up to several minutes. In any case, once that process is complete, and for this demonstration there was very little information on the second record, you can hit Reload Profile. You'll notice now that it goes to a single profile. When I search the last name Baggins, it only ends up with one record and resolves to the profile. This merge process is now complete. Effectively, this same process can be carried out on companies in exactly the same way that I demonstrated here with an individual person. Again, just as a caution, do not merge records where you are uncertain of the fact that they are in fact duplicates. If they're not duplicates and you merge those records have to be recreated from scratch. So be certain of the process that they are in fact duplicates before you proceed.